400 untouched acres in a growing, thriving city. It sounds like a developer's dream, a blank canvas for hundreds of homes. But what if that land was home to a threatened bird species, historical Native American sites, and thriving biodiversity? Well, after decades of controversy, the fate of Clover Valley and the city of Rocklin, it's been decided. So for tonight's Main Point, Becca Hoppecker brings us outside to show us what's going on.
Welcome to Clover Valley, a more than 600-acre stretch of land so peaceful and untouched, you'd never guess it lies within Rocklin city limits.
If you look closely, each one of the oak trees has one of these aluminum tags on it. Environmental firm about 10, 15 years ago counted all the oak trees. I think there's about 18,000 plus oak trees on the property.
Associate Professor Michael McGran is chair of William Jessup University's Institute for Biodiversity and the Environment.
Really, when you walk down into the valley here, it's like you're being transported back in time. You wouldn't know that suburbia is right here.
But for decades, plans called for Clover Valley to become part of suburbia.
The plan actually for development actually includes a road that would transect the valley and meet up with Sierra College Boulevard on the other side. Houses all in the valley floor, houses on the ridge tops. And so that would just, have a profound effect on the character of the valley.
A private developer, Clover Valley Partners, wanted to build more than 500 high-end single-family homes throughout the valley. A group of concerned citizens fought the developer over the course of decades.
It's been probably about 25, 30-year battle to preserve Clover Valley.
In 2019, the developer donated more than 100 acres of Clover Valley to William Jessup University, opening the door for Jessup to purchase 400 additional acres, an agreement that was finalized just this past December with a down payment of $2.25 million.
This is really just a once-in-a-lifetime type of opportunity.
Jeff Darlington is executive director of Placer Land Trust.
Placer Land Trust works with willing landowners and conservation partners to permanently protect land here in Placer County for future generations. That could be agricultural land, natural land, recreational land, any land that has benefit for our community.
Placer Land Trust has protected more than 14,000 acres throughout the county, and now it's partnering with William Jessup University to turn Clover Valley into a preserve.
This is the only large piece of undeveloped open space in the city of Rocklin. As Placer County continues to grow, we need to make sure that some of these special places are protected. As more and more people build homes here and come here, this is why they come. They want to be close to nature.
It's inspiring in a lot of ways.
CJ Taylor is a senior biology student at Jessup University and has learned from his hands-on experiences in Clover Valley as part of McGran's classes.
Within my short lifetime, I have seen how places like this have kind of started to be encroached upon and disappear. So just to have a little area like this right next to Rocklin is very neat.
So it really is a secluded spot.
Clover Valley is just about a 10-minute drive from Jessup, and McGran sees it as a living laboratory, not only for his students, but eventually also for the public.
Clover Valley is really neat because it's a good representation of the ecosystems that are present throughout the Sierra Nevada foothills. It's well preserved. We have blue oak woodland on the ridgetop here where we're standing right now. We have valley oaks down in the valley. We have riparian habitat. We have grasslands down in the valley floor. We have wetland habitat, and that wetland habitat's very important for a threatened bird species that's present in the Clover Valley. It's California black rail. And we have a tremendous amount of bird diversity, songbird diversity. You can hear them singing right now. Also, the cultural resources. There's 34 known archaeological sites, Indian grave sites, house sites like where they built their lodges, acorn mortar holes, also grave sites as well that are present in the valley floor. So this place is sacred to the Native American people, to the Maidu and Miwok Indians of this area.
As Jessup and the Land Trust work to prepare a management plan for this property, we'll definitely be consulting with the local tribes, and that includes the United Auburn Indian community and other tribal and indigenous resources that are available to us here locally.
Between the more than 100 donated acres and 400 purchased ones, the floor and slopes of Clover Valley will be preserved like this forever.
How beautiful, right?
Gorgeous out there, yeah.
Now, the payment on the 400 acres has been paid, but they still need millions of dollars, right?
Right. So, the city of Rocklin kicked in $1 million for this down payment. Placer County paid $1 million, and then a private foundation paid $250,000, altogether $2.25 million. But Jessup University and Placer Land Trust still need to raise $7.75 million. and they have 2 years to do that. They say they'll be hitting up the state of California, the city of Rocklin, and others. We will have a link on abc10.com/to-the-point. But these folks say they no amount is too small, so there is
money
a way.
is money.
Money is money. Folks can donate. And earlier I might have said the city of Rocklin contributed $1 million. I meant the city of Lincoln, I believe, and Rocklin, they're going to be asking for a contribution. So I just want to make sure I get that right.
Yeah. And when is this a done deal, by the way?
Well, okay, so like when you have a mortgage with the down payment, Jessup University currently owns that land, but once it's fully paid, only then will Placer Land Trust be able to place a conservation easement on the property, finalizing that permanent protection.
And there's even more land that they still want to acquire, right?
Yeah, well, you saw Jessup University currently owns more than 500 acres comprising the entire valley floor and the slopes, but that private developer still owns the ridge tops surrounding the valley. Jessup wants to buy that property eventually to keep Clover Valley entirely pristine, but they estimate that could cost an additional $11 million. Since think of it, that ridgetop property with its views, that's some prime real estate right there.
Oh, yeah. Those views are beautiful. All right, Becca, thank you so much. All right, Sacramento Mayor Darrell Steinberg made a big announcement today. He's hoping to make a meaningful investment into affordable housing, but will it be enough? That's after the break. Back in 2021, a $50 million affordable housing investment was billed as a community benefits partnership. It's part of a $1 billion plan for the city of Sacramento to expand the Sacramento campus of UC Davis. You might be familiar with it. It's called Aggie Square. The project is in the Oak Park and Tahoe Park areas, but not everyone is on board. Multiple neighborhood associations say that they're worried about gentrification, traffic, parking, and pricing people out of the market. Now enter Mayor Steinberg and a $10 million announcement today. The money stems from a settlement agreement between the Aggie Square Community Benefit Partnership, the city, and UC Davis. And it's meant to keep people from being displaced and provide housing stability for existing neighbors. But will the money actually make a difference? Devin Truby asked that tough question.
Stockton Boulevard is changing. New developments going up near established neighborhoods and homeless encampments. First-time homebuyer Steve Shen lives within the anti-displacement target area. And when we told him about the program, he was interested, but also understands the concern.
People who lived in neighborhoods for a while, they hopefully will sell at a higher price, but then you get different demographics moving in. So I totally understand. I guess ultimately, as long as the funding is meant to address all different socio and economic groups.
Programs include Habitat for Humanity offering 50 households help with repairs and 2 home electrification projects. The Salvation Army will give help one time to upwards of 90 households with bill expenses. 100 people who are unsheltered or low income will be helped with costs to find and attain housing from Step Up Homeless Prevention, and 25 households will be helped with first-time home buying. The anti-displacement program targets neighborhoods in District 5 and 6. That's 4 whole zip codes. The Sacramento Housing Alliance says that's why they need much more investment.
It's the first time the city is actually really investing in trying to help keep people in their homes, especially people who have suffered from either past discrimination and from a lack of investment. So it is just a drop in the bucket.
So we asked Mayor Steinberg, what happens when the programs run out and the money's gone? Has this just delayed displacement?
We'll be able to get more money, whether it's from the city, whether it's from the county, whether it's from the state or even the federal government, because we believe that this is a model, a state model and a national model for how to invest in improving communities, creating more industry, creating more jobs without displacing people.
And Devin Truby joins us now. And Devin, I want to be clear, this is not set in stone, right?
Correct. It still has to be approved on Tuesday by City Council. For those that are following along, it's going to be consent item number 19. So they need that approval first before moving forward with any of this funding.
And how can people apply if and when it's approved?
Right, so they actually do have an upcoming event. We've got a little flyer here. We're going to have all this information on our website as well. There's going to be an event at the Oak Park Community Center on February 9th from 5:30 to 7. They'll teach people how to apply, what they might qualify for, and they're also going to go over all the results from the housing survey that they use to kind of make everything happen. You're also going to get an update on that Aggie Square project to see where everything is heading for this area.
All right, Devin, thank you. So that is cement, and it's causing some real issues, as you can imagine, for a local church after a contractor in Houston made a mistake. We'll explain the mess after the break. A church outside of Modesto is covered in cement after a $1 million construction project went horribly wrong. And let me show you what we're talking about. This is cement that is covering the church grounds and home of the church's pastor and his wife, who are now out of their home and who now also have a $60,000 repair bill. And that's not counting rent. And they're worried that they're not going to be able to keep the church going. The problem traces back to an intersection where a city contractor began filling in a sewer pipe with cement before connecting the church to a new line.
All the concrete was just coming out of their plumbing, out of their toilets, their bathtubs, their sinks. It's crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like this. You show pictures to people and they're like, what? Would never heard of anything like this happening. My family has been in construction for a couple of generations. Never have they seen anything like this. I mean, it's just crazy.
Literally my exact thought when I saw this. All right, and the contractor did not want to comment, but the city of Houston says that it will be looking at all legal options available to resolve this. The city has provided free porta potties to the church while they can clean up, and they're hoping to move their Sunday services back into the main church building very soon. All right, and finally, expect some relief from these crazy high utility bills. The California Public Utilities Commission is moving up a credit instead of waiting until April. So customers will get an average of about $50 or so back for gas. But I do want to be clear, people will be getting their credit back early. This does not mean that they will be getting another one in April. And here are some other stories that people are also talking about today. An inmate escaped from the Calaveras County Jail last night. This is Larry McDonald. He made a run for it while he was out taking the trash under supervision. He is 5'10", has brown hair, hazel eyes, and a neck tattoo. He was last seen wearing a blue shirt, blue pants, and black shoes. And some cars are getting stolen so easily that State Farm and Progressive are refusing to cover them. The companies will not cover certain older models of Hyundais or Kias under new policies. So if you have one, you may want to call the company or even look into installing a kill switch or getting a steering wheel lock. Might want to take a look at that. All right, we love the rain in California, but there are some major downsides, like ticks. Lots of them, actually, and Marin County might be ground zero. The Bay Area Lyme Foundation says Marin County has some of the highest tick infection rates in California, around 30%. So if you are visiting the Bay this weekend, Carly, actually, I don't know. Do you want to visit the Bay? Ticks, oh, that freaks me out.
And just looking at them gives you like the heebie-jeebies. But the thing about ticks, though, is if you're staying on a lot of those trail paths and not kind of going off into those tall grasses, for the most part, you should be okay. Long sleeves always help. And of course, try to keep your dogs, your pets out of those grasses. They're usually the ones that bring them back home. So some advice there for you. All right, a quick break from the rain and snow just for the next maybe about 12 to 18 hours, if that. Valley rain, mountain snow, they do arrive Saturday night. And the soonest we could see that is about 6 p.m. for the valley. Winter storm warning will be in effect, bringing in feet of snow as well as strong wind gusts topping 60+ miles per hour. The first low pressure system's pretty much past us now. We're in the in-between stage where we're getting a few clouds rolling through overnight, and we'll get the increasing cloud coverage throughout tomorrow as well. The next cold front arrives, but it's actually tapping into more moisture that'll start pulling its way up with it. And you actually see here, just notice there's two breaks. You have one there and then another line there. The first set of showers arrives early in the morning, in the overnight hours, I should say, to early morning. And then the second one right after midnight or so, where we're also looking at more scattered showers for your Sunday afternoon. The winter storm warning in effect until Sunday, 10 p.m. We're noticing most of the showers in our area are pretty much gone now. We'll get the increasing cloud coverage, though, for us overnight. And then finally, 6 p.m., you see the first little round of showers coming through along with that snowfall. Then, here we go, more of the heavy rain headed our way around 8 p.m. I'm talking downpours along with the next line arriving on the shoreline there at 8 and then coming in through about midnight. You're looking at 11 p.m. here, a nice solid line along with more of that Sierra snow at the higher elevations there. Finally, Sunday, you're looking at 9 a.m. Scattered showers. You may even see some sunshine, meaning we'll get more instability. That could lead to thunderstorm chances by Sunday afternoon. More of that snowfall continuing to fall, bringing us feet of snow. We finally get a break around Monday. Yeah, we'll look at some sunshine on Monday, but the winds will really start picking up around 5 p.m. Saturday ahead of the cold front. Finally looking at 10:30 p.m. strongest wind gusts pushing through most of the valley spots, the foothills, as well as that high Sierra. Again, topping 60+ miles per hour Sunday around lunch. We're still a bit breezy in the valley. And then finally, things do calm down for the work week. Do expect anywhere from a ½ inch to even an inch of rain in the valley. And let's talk snow. Yeah, we're looking at a lot of snow. Feet of snow expected. Even some of the tallest peaks could get as much as 3 feet. We'll look at anywhere from about 2 to 2.5 feet near Donner, Lassen, less than an inch for I-5 if you're headed north toward Oregon. Otherwise, Carson is 24 to 30 inches, as well as Sonora. The 10-day forecast, that's going to bring our temperatures right around the upper 50s to low 60s pretty much for the entire week. But you are going to see more of that rain and snow continuing Sunday into maybe a little bit Monday morning. But otherwise, check out next weekend. More rain back into the forecast. And that also means we're going to see some more snow as well.
All right, and speaking of snow, you already know it's Friday. It's time to hit the back roads. And this week, John Bartel is taking us up to visit the Coppervale Ski Area, where they actually found that the old way of doing things can sometimes be the best.
Sandwiched between the Sierra and the Cascade Mountains is Lassen County's Coppervale Ski Hill, home to one of California's oldest continually operating gas-powered rope tows.
This is basically a framework of a truck with a rear end of a Dodge.
Coppervale is a mainly volunteer-based ski hill started by a group of locals from Westwood and Susanville in the late 1930s. Why Coppervale?
Well, this was a copper mine years and years ago, like in the 30s.
The original lift was a little more primitive than the current one. Picture a car chained to a tree at the top of the hill with a rope wrapped around the tire rim. Since then, though, there's been some improvements.
Updated with
safety
stuff, so you can't put your fingers in there.
Lassen College took over the ski area in the 1940s and started the first official ski classes using this rope tow.
You're definitely going to want to have a strong grip when doing this.
Then in 1977, a hand-me-down Pama lift was purchased from Alpine Meadows and Tahoe so that skiers could make it to the top of the mountain.
Every time you hit these pulleys, it's a little rough right in that region there.
Because this is a community-run ski hill, visitors get a community feeling, and Norm's wife, Debbie, will even give outsiders community pricing.
$30 all day, $25 half day. We do ask for like a $20 donation for rentals.
For the past 40 years, Norm, his wife, and many other volunteers have put their heart and soul into this place.
It's really emotional for me because I was able to make this available.
At Coppervale, accessibility for all comes before new chairlifts, modern amenities, and high-priced lessons. Here, it's all about the memories and the people.
Why would you want to put yourself through this for 40 years? And that's really the reason why you do it, you know. It's not about you, it's about helping others.
From Coppervale Ski Area, I'm John Bartel. Hope to see you on the back road. Yeehaw!
All right, and John Bartel's got plenty of other crazy stories on abc10.com/backroads, or better yet, just text the word backroads to 916-321-3310. We'll send a map straight to your phone so you can have something to do on the weekend. All right, we'll be right back after this. All right, if you're looking to adopt a pet, tomorrow is your day. The Sacramento County's Bradshaw Animal Shelter says that they are critically full. So tomorrow they are hosting a 12-hour adoption-a-thon. It runs from 9 in the morning to 9 at night. All adoption fees will be waived, and you can head to the shelter's website to see pictures of the available pets. That website updates every 30 minutes. I think Carly's going to get another dog tomorrow for sure. She says no, but I think she will be. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend.